Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen News. What's been going on? What's happening this week? What have you got to look forward to? Jumptown is still running until the 12th of September at 8 PM UTC. And that might have slipped under your radar because it's running on the 3.24 live build, which is a bit buggy. It's prohibitive to play for a lot of people at the moment. And we've got a lot of people that are playing on the 3.24.1 PTU build, which is open to everyone. A lot of people are just waiting for Alpha 4.0. It's also expected that there's going to be a wipe when 4.0 launches, probably wiping out your Alpha UEC balance as well. So kind of bear that in mind. There is a ship sale on as part of that as well until the 12th, I believe. So check that out if you are interested. But you've got the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo coming in November, and there might be some cool stuff in October with CitizenCon. The Alpha 3.24.1 patch that's currently in Open PTU, though, fixes a huge range of the issues that are in 3.24, but also adds the Argo ATLS. That is basically an exosuit, a Titan suit, something that we've waited for many years to have in game. It has a big, powerful, currently unique tractor beam setup where it's very powerful at pulling, and you can sort of throw the thing away or place it on the ground. But yeah, it's not a picky uppy with your hands thing. It is a tractor beamy boy. Very cool. A lot less janky than I thought they were going to be. All players have access to them in the PTU. You can just spawn them in your hangar. We don't know if and when they're going to go on sale, though, but I would expect them to turn up real soon and to be on sale. CIG would be silly not to sell this because they'll make a lot of money from them, even if they sell them pretty cheap. And I would expect them to be just immediately available with the 3.24.1 live patch. They do appear in the 3.24 trailer. So I expect that Cloud Imperium wanted to actually have them ready for 3.24 live, and they just slipped a little bit. No idea how much they're going to cost. I'm interested to know what you think. I wish I didn't have bad habits, but I do. But I have one less bad habit now, thanks to Fume, the sponsor of this video. Listen to my Fume. It's trying to talk to you. It is the award-winning flavoured air device. Choose one of the delicious flavours, and then you can use your Fume device to draw that delicious flavoured air across your tongue. I hold my Fume, and it makes me feel like I've got authority, like I'm in a war room, or I'm a lecturer pointing at people that are dumb. It could be a post-apocalyptic world. Oh no, I've slept for too long. The apocalypse has happened. Fumes are the only currency in the world. We've gone to a fume-based economy. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you could be their next success story. For a limited time, use my code BoredGamer to get your free topper. It's the perfect accessory to your Fume device. Slip it over the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. It's chewable for those who love to fidget, and it's reusable too. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com, and use code BoredGamer or scan the QR code on screen to get your free Fume topper when you order your journey pack today. So in regards to some of those Alpha 3.24 issues and the current live build, Benoit Beauséjour, Chief Technology Officer at CIG, talked about it in Star Citizen Live. I'll go over the little Q&A here with a little breakdown that Nico did, the community manager at CIG. How did the 3.24 update go? The release was a bit rough because there were several fundamental systems involved in the development of Star Citizen, such as instance systems, hangars, player synchronization, but we've been working on fixes since the updates released to improve the situation. Many have already been released and more are in development. The 3.24 update also allows us to monitor the game's optimization much more closely thanks to new metrics and information we can now analyze. The hangars are the first instance location areas, and this new technology allows us to continue developing more content for the game. Do want to also point out that Alpha 3.24, they are putting tons and tons of hotfixes out for this, and they have over the last few days. It's worth remembering as well that hotfixes aren't a fix to everything. That's one of the reasons they need that 3.24.1 patch, because you need some client-side updates there as well to get the patch all in order. Benoit also explains why some bugs couldn't be detected before live, such as the hauling missions in internal testing, the PTU, and with Evocati. The testing process is more serious, and players completed the missions fully on average. On the live environment, many players abandoned missions, picked up another, then abandoned that one as well. What happened is the database JSON. The tables stored these cargo spawn requests per location in the persistent universe, creating a queue that blocked new cargo generation requests. Player behaviors are very different across environments, and we needed to release 3.24 to live to continue addressing these issues. So thank you for your patience. So Benoit did then go on to answer some questions on server meshing tests, and well, let's talk about this quickly. So server meshing tests were supposed to be running last week, and this is sort of combining some of the RMQ stuff, the new network message queue tech, and server meshing together with as many players as they can on a single shard. It's all sort of work towards 4.0's release. They ran into some snags and prohibitive crashes, which meant that the tests that were going to happen last week didn't end up happening. So they said they were going to investigate and solve that and then put the test up again. I'm expecting that later this week. It did look like that test was going to be open to everyone on the tech preview build. So CIG will be testing the Stanton system. So it's not Pyro and Stanton, it's just Stanton, it looks like, with server meshing on, and the new RMQ with some additional updates. It's basically going to be a 3.24.x build with a load of new stuff. Steps towards 4.0, and they're aiming for around 800 to 1,000 players per shard in these tests as well. Hopefully, as I said, this will turn up this week. But Benoit answered a question, why did players have to wait so long for a new server meshing test? The previous test provided us with lots of information to improve server meshing, hybrid performance, and game server communication, which needed improvements due to excessive interaction delays, what we call the network message queue. The RMQ, the replication message queue, is the new adaptation of the network message queue, allowing us to listen to far more information requested by players, such as opening doors, equipping items, etc., to better manage interaction delays. Now that this new system is ready, we'd like to have the community test it to continue improving it. Right now, some servers are running on the RMQ, the new stuff, to compare data with the network message queue. This might be one of the problems that we're having with 3.24 live, that they've got two versions of this tech trying to communicate with the databases at the same time. A couple of other questions that were asked. Is pledge item recovery still planned for the game? So you lose one of your like rare items or sub items or something like that. How do you get it back? Benoit said we had to remove it from 3.24 because we needed to send the update for live testing, but we talk about it very regularly and it will come as soon as possible in a future update. So I'm expecting it for 4.0. Let's hope that that's the case. How can we increase the game's server FPS? Mainly, the physics engine has to handle many entities at once, which can reduce performance. Server meshing, among other things, will greatly help manage entities and their physics calculations. We've seen very good performance improvements during the latest server meshing tests. There are also plenty of optimizations that can help in this regard, but server meshing is going to be a real game changer for balancing server load and increasing server FPS. Also, in case you missed it, the RSI website got some visual updates. Expect more updates in the coming weeks and months, hopefully, and that website will get into a state that is very nice to navigate. It is a bit spaghetti-like still at the moment, but potentially getting better. Inside Star Citizen last week looked at Space Cows and character updates coming to Alpha 4.0. The Quasi-Grazers Space Cows have 5 different varieties that will pair in that patch with different amounts of hair, eggs, and skin tones. They are actually relatively developed as animals, although there was a relatively quick turnaround. They're cool, they're big, you can harvest their eggs, or the Arctic ones you can harvest their tongues. I really like some of these, they look like buffalo. There's lots on Microtech as well, lots of different varieties. They will knock you over, they are very grumpy if you annoy them. Character updates as well, they include new hairstyles, beards, stubble, piercings, tattoos, that sort of stuff, and a load of customization with that. Something else last week as well, there was a little bit of a rekindled discussion on master modes after Yogi Klatt, who is the principal vehicle programmer at CIG, responded to some Spectrum messages. He outlined the need for master modes and their direction. However, not everyone agrees with the intention, direction, or even what it will address for Star Citizen's flight and combat model. I'm confident that CIG will get the current master modes into a good position over the next year or two. First, with the more PvE kind of needs of Squadron and that sort of stuff, and then a more geared in, dialed in, better balanced version for PvP a little later. A lot of this does come down to tunings, weapon balance, and that sort of stuff as well. I'm expecting some updates in 4.0, which add a bit more depth to that whole Master Modes model. Some other bits happening this week. Later Tuesday, the narrative team is going to be putting up a Whitley's Guide on the Asperia Prowler, feared by humanity during the Tavaran Wars. The Prowler was given an unexpected second life thanks to Asperia. It is a ship that is available in-game now, but it's updated for the modern collector. It's a cool, stealthy kind of dropship that uses grav-lev tech, and it's got air shields, so you can have a load of people jumping out that are fully prepped, just running around in it as well, without depressurizing it. This week's Inside Star Citizen is going to be on the RSI Zeus Mark IIs, assumedly the C, L, and ES versions, as well as the new MFDs that are planned for, I believe, a 3.24.x patch. Friday, we've got Star Citizen Live. It's going to be a Q&A with Chad McKinney, who I believe is Senior Lead Gameplay Engineer at CIG at the moment. It's going to be on all things cargo and hangars. There is a question thread on Spectrum that you can upvote or add to. The show will start at 3 PM UTC on the Star Citizen Twitch on Friday. Boom! In the comments below, I'm interested to know what you think. Are you excited for CitizenCon? Are you looking forward to Alpha 3.24.1 going live? Is that where you're sort of like, 3.24, it's a write-off for me, it's broken, all that sort of stuff? Is that your sort of experience, but you're super excited for that 3.24.1 build, just fixing 3.24 potentially? Are you looking forward to those Titan suits? How much do you think they're going to be? Or do you think that CIG are going to do something crazy and go, these are available to buy just in-game and you get them free with your hangers or something? Have you been getting involved with Jumptown? Are you waiting to Alpha 4.0 before actually playing Star Citizen? Are you going to be trying to jump in with those server meshing tests on the tech preview build, hopefully later this week? Whatever your thoughts or questions, please chuck them in the comments below. Thank you to Fume for sponsoring this video. Remember to check out the links below or scan the QR code and use code BoredGamer to get your free Fume topper when you order the Journey Pack.